Tensions in the Middle East are showing signs of further escalation after Iran issued fresh warnings to Israel and the United States, saying that any renewed conflict could enter a completely different phase. Iran's Supreme National Security Council Secretary Major General Mohsen made the remarks in an interview with Lebanon-based Al-Manar. He said that Iran was closely monitoring developments in the region and warned that if fighting resumes with Israel, Tehran is prepared for a new phase of confrontation. Mohsen also said that Israel would eventually be forced to withdraw from occupied territories in Lebanon. His comments comes amid continuing tensions between Iran, Israel and the United States following the collapse of an interim ceasefire agreed in June. Iran had demanded that the ceasefire end hostilities on all the fronts, including Lebanon. However, Israel has continued military operations against targets in Lebanon. Beirut has accused Israel of targeting civilians, while the Israel military has maintained that its strikes are aimed at Hezbollah positions. Well, Lebanese authorities also said that an Israeli airstrike in southern Lebanon killed a woman, and Mohsen warned that any renewed war with Israel would be different from previous rounds of fighting and said that Iran was preparing accordingly. He also issued a direct threat against Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying Iran would send Netanyahu to hell and claiming that Netanyahu's actions had brought the end of the Zionist regime. And at the same time, Mohsen strongly rejected reports of an alleged Iranian plot to assassinate US President Donald Trump's son, Barron Trump. He accused Netanyahu of spreading what he described as false information to frighten Donald Trump and influence US decision-making. The controversy followed a 3-minute video broadcast on Iranian state television that discussed a potential plot against 20-year-old Barron Trump. The broadcast claimed that he was being monitored and alleged that a $10 million bounty had been offered for his killing, and the US Secret Service later said it was aware of the video. Mohsen dismissed the allegations as lies fabricated by Netanyahu. He claimed that Netanyahu had used the alleged threat to create fear around Donald Trump and influence his decisions. Well, the Iranian official also referred to Donald Trump's earlier security arrangements during his return from a NATO summit in Turkey. Donald Trump has switched from Air Force One to a smaller military aircraft, an incident that Mohsen mocked while claiming that the US president had been frightened by alleged assassination warnings. Donald Trump has previously described himself as number one on the kill list for Iran, and international news agencies has also reported that US officials received several warnings from Israel over the past year about alleged Iranian intentions to assassinate Trump. Meanwhile, Mohsen also warned that the US over its naval blockade, threatening a severe confrontation if the blockade continues, and the warning adds another layer to the already tense relationship between Tehran and Washington. The latest statements come as Iran, Israel and the US remain locked in a dangerous confrontation. And with the military operations continuing and diplomatic efforts facing uncertainty, Iran's warning that any new war would be different from previous conflicts has raised concerns about a potentially wider regional escalation. And for now, Tehran says it is prepared for renewed confrontation, while Israel continues its military operations and the US remains closely involved in the unfolding Middle East crisis. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.